so it is time to start vlog 7. It is insane that it is already vlog 7. I don't know how we got here this fast. But, yeah, so we have about a week, a little over a week until we head down to Florida, which is super exciting. I know we're heading down there super late. I only start school like 5 days after we come back, but yeah, it's whatever. I actually did get most of my school shopping done today, so that's pretty good. So I guess I'll show you what I got. So here is the first bag. Get it out. We got the binder. It's absolutely huge, but it'll definitely work. We also got all of the folders right here. Bunch of different colors. So yeah, there's that. And then in this bag, we have all of the notebooks, which is a lot. It's actually got some weight to it. We got some metallic Sharpies so I can actually, write on the front of these so I can get them coated. We got index cards, some Post-it notes, some of my favorite pencils. These are awesome. Yeah. Love these things. We got some ink pens and some glue. Yeah, pretty good. All right, so I bought this roll of adhesive for like fixing phones and stuff. So I got this new case a couple weeks ago. It's the Xdoria Defense Air, and the bottom piece of it fell off. So I'm gonna try and, I think the adhesive dried out, so I'm gonna try and reapply the adhesive and just get that back on. So let's see how this works. All right, so I leave for Florida in just 8 days, and I have a lot of stuff to get done in terms of video. So I still haven't edited last week's vlog. I gotta do that right now, get it up, and yeah, we just have to get that done. So I'm gonna go do that right now, and then I have actually a pretty interesting segment for this vlog, so I'll do that in a little while once I'm done editing and getting that vlog up. And then I still have to film my room tour video, so I gotta get that done. I'm gonna try and get that edited, and I have to keep editing the final collection update of the year. So a lot of stuff is going on with video this week. So yeah, hopefully we can get it done before we head down there. All right, so just finished editing last week's vlog. That actually really didn't take all that long. I think that might be almost record time for me editing a vlog or any video to be that specific. But anyways, yesterday I actually went on eBay and created draft listings for pretty much all of my phones, just to see like what eBay would quote me in terms of pricing if I was to sell, which I'm not, but if I was going to sell, what eBay would quote me in terms of pricing. So let's go head over to the desk and do this podcast style. All right, so let's talk how the price works. So I priced each phone individually. Well, the phones that I have more than one of, I only priced one of them, but I can adjust that for the amount of units I have for each. But let's get started here with the iPhone SE 1. So I went on eBay. I have it here on my other iPhone. So let's see, where is that listing here? Yeah, here it is. So I put in all the specifics with eBay, and eBay quoted me a starting bid price for the iPhone SE of $35. Now that's not a horrible starting bid. I mean, for a 64 gig model, that's a little underwhelming, but they quoted me that a good price to sell this at would be about $65. So that's fine, honestly. I think that's somewhat underwhelming, but I think I could get away with $65 for this. So not bad, but yeah. But then if we move on to the Motorola Photon Q, this one actually was pretty surprising, I gotta say. So I went on eBay, put in all the specifics. Apparently this is only 4 gigabytes of storage, which I thought this was 8, but all right. But I put in all the specifics, and it said its starting bid price was about $25.10. Now, that's not too out of the normal price range, but the actual good price to sell this at that eBay quoted me was actually pretty surprising. They said they would quote me around $52 would be a good price to sell this at. Now That seems like almost a little much. I was thinking probably somewhere in the 30s or 40s for this, but hey, I mean, I guess because, it's a slider Android phone from Motorola, I guess that's fairly rare. So maybe that's why it's a lot higher than I thought, but I don't know. Then onto the HTC Droid Ares. So, like I said, I have two HTC Arises, so I only priced it for one of them. So if I was just to sell one of them, the good starting bid price would be $13.90. Now that's all right. That's not that great, but I think I could get away with that. So let's see here. If I was to adjust that for two, the bid price would be about $27.80, which that's not that bad. I guess that's, a decent starting bid price. But if I was to just sell them straight up, then they say that a good selling price for one of these would be $19.90. So almost $20. I mean, I guess that's not that bad for an old Android phone like this, but then I'd be selling both of them for around $40, which that's not that bad, honestly. I think I could get away with that. So, yeah, I don't think that's really that bad. And then for the trophy, so I didn't put in the specifics that like the bezel's ripped off and a bunch of the paint's ripped off. I just put it in as used because honestly, it works just fine. But putting in all the specifics for that, eBay basically quoted me the same thing that they quoted me for one of the Arises. So the starting bid would be around $13.90, which is fine. And then its average sale price would be about $19.90. That's fine. Honestly, I don't think you can really get a whole lot more for this. So yeah. Now for the Radiant, eBay had no idea what the hell this thing was. So I had to go online to look up, what people were selling this thing for. I saw a couple online the people were selling this thing for like $70, which this phone is not even slightly worth $70. I will tell you that much. I bought this thing for $35 last year, brand new. Like this was $35 brand new, and people are selling this for $70 brand new, which is just ridiculous. So I think around. I mean, I think this phone is worth like a cent because it's a piece of shit. But I think, a good price would probably be around $25-$30. I think that's probably ideal for this phone. But yeah, that's just my guess. And then onto the Incredible. So this one, I don't think eBay really necessarily realized what this phone was. I think it thought it was like an original HTC Droid Incredible. But it quoted me a starting bid price of $12.50, which, that's fine. I think that's okay. But then a average sale price for one of these is about $18.90. So that's not that bad, honestly. It could be a little bit worse, but I think it could definitely get a little bit more for this phone, maybe like a couple dollars more. But I guess that's not that bad. $19 for an Android phone that doesn't really do a whole lot, really only for collectors. And then for the Z-Force. So now that this phone is broken, I'm not really surprised that it wouldn't bring as much money now, but hold on, where is it? So putting in all the specifics, putting in that it doesn't work and everything, it said that a starting bid price for this phone would be about $14, which that's not that great. But then the average sale price for one of these would be about $25.50. For a broken Moto Z-Force, I mean, I guess that's not horrible, but considering that this phone was probably around $700 brand new in 2016, and I paid $40 for it about 2 months ago, I don't know how good that it really is. I think it could be a little bit better, but And then for the Rebel, so I put the specifics in somewhere. I really should have done this in order, but right here. So it quoted me a starting bid price of $11.60. That's fair, honestly, because I mean this phone's pretty cheap. I bought this phone for $30 about 2 years ago, and then it quoted me a sale price of around 20 bucks, actually exactly 20 bucks. So I think that's probably okay. You know, that's only $10. That's only like a $10 loss from when I bought it brand new. So it could be a little bit better, but I think that's probably as much as you probably could get for this phone used. So yeah, I really don't think that's all that bad. And then for the Phoenix, so I didn't put in the specifics that the Phoenix is actually cracked, so I put it in just as, like, you know, normally used. And it said its starting bid price was $11.40. That's fine, honestly. I think it could be a little bit better, but it's not that bad. And then its average sale price would be $22.20. A little bit better than the Rebel, believe it or not. Now, if I put in the specifics that it actually is, you know, cracked, it would probably drop a little bit, but honestly, I actually don't think that's that bad. I bought this phone for 40 bucks a little, you know, about 2.5 years ago, so that's not that bad, really. So, yeah. And then for the 3G, so this one was actually kind of disappointing, considering that these older iPhones actually bring a lot of money, considering that they're, you know, that they're not all that easy to find nowadays. After putting in all the specifics, you know, putting that it's an 8 gig and everything, it said its average sale price would be $12.60. I didn't even put in the specifics that the Wi-Fi chip is broken, but then it said its average sale price would be $21.90. I mean, yeah, I get the Wi-Fi chip's broken, but that's not that great, really. I thought this phone would bring a lot more. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about that one. I don't think that's really all that great, but whatever. All right, so moving on to the second stack here. Let's start here this time with the Z10. So I put in the specifics, you know, put in that this phone no longer works, and I kind of got jacked for this one. So eBay gave me a starting bid price of $7.40. That's not good. That's really not good, but I get that this phone is bricked and it doesn't work at all. And then it gave me a starting price of $11.60. That's really not all that good, honestly. It could be a lot better. Then for the rumor, so I didn't put in the specifics that the power button is actually broken, but eBay gave me a starting bid price of $14, which that's not that bad, I guess. And then they gave me a average starting price of $23.70. Now, for this little thing, I guess that's not that bad, especially considering that the power button is broken. So, yeah, honestly, I don't think it's that bad for this phone, really. But then moving on to the Marble. What the hell? This thing was nuts. What this phone was able to bring was crazy. So eBay quoted me a starting bid price for this phone of $34. I'm not joking when I say that. $34 for this thing. And then they gave me a starting price of $49. Really? For this thing? $49 for a Kyocera Marble? People may think I'm a lunatic if I actually would have listed that. Thank God I didn't. But, maybe that's one to sell in the future. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not selling any phones. Moving on to the Octane. I think this one was a little disappointing. So eBay kind of had issues figuring out what this phone actually was. It wasn't actually in their model system for some reason, even though I see a ton of these pop up. So they quoted me a starting bid price of $5.10. That's not very good. And then they gave me a sale price of $13.40. Yeah, that's also not very good. So, yeah, no, that's honestly, this could be a hell of a lot better. Moving on to the Gusto 2, I was able to put in, you know, this phone doesn't work, and it gave me a starting bid price of $7.10. Which, funny enough, the bid price actually went up a little bit before I actually put in that it doesn't work, which, you know, don't really know why. But then I put in then the average sale price of this phone was $11.90. Now that admittedly did go down from when I actually said that it does work, but honestly, that's kind of okay. I don't think that that's really all that bad. So, yeah. But moving on to the VX 8300. This phone was really not all that great. You do see quite a lot of these pop up. But eBay quoted me a bid price of this phone of $5.50. Yeah, I didn't really expect much out of this one. And then the average sale price was $14.60. Again, I didn't really expect too much out of it. Moving on to the original Gusto. This one was down at the bottom of the list, right here. So starting bid price was actually pretty low. It was $6.90. The fact that a broken Gusto 2 is bringing more than a working original Gusto, that's really weird. And then its average sale price was $9.90. Yeah, that's really not very good. Did I price the blackjack? I'm not even sure I did. No, I didn't actually even price the blackjack, so you guys are going to be seeing what I get for the blackjack live. So let's head into eBay and let's go see what we can get. Alright, so eBay, and let's see here. Let's go to selling, list an item, Samsung, I can't type, Black Jack 2. Cell phones and smartphones. Blackjack 2, there we go. AT&T, T-Mobile, what? 128 megs, I'm guessing? Yeah, there we go. And it is black. Used. Alright, let's see what we can get for the Blackjack 2. That is not a Blackjack 2, first off. What the dick is that? Anyways, yeah, that all looks right. Okay, so starting bid price of $11.30. Yeah. And then average sale price of $17.90. I guess it's not that bad. It could be a lot worse. So, yeah, it's not bad. All right, moving on to the Razer V3M. This phone was able to get a starting bid price of $7.90. That's really not all that great. Honestly, I think it could do a hell of a lot better considering that it is a Razer. And then its average sale price was $14.90. Yeah, no, that's really not all that great. I don't really think that's going to make a huge impact. And then moving on to the Huawei Ascend Plus. I gotta find that listing. No. There it is. So eBay was able to give me a starting bid price of $13.40, which, I mean, for a cheap little track phone that's, pretty old, I guess that's not that bad. But then the sale price actually was kind of impressive. eBay was saying that I could get around $37 for this thing, which that's actually not that bad, honestly. I think that's actually more than this phone normally goes for. So honestly, I don't think that's really all that bad. I think that's actually a pretty good price. But then moving on to the Trance. I didn't put in the specifics. I didn't put in that this phone has like a lock code on it. But eBay gave me a starting bid price of $5.70, which honestly is a little underwhelming, especially considering that I think the blue models of the Trance are pretty rare. And then the average sale price of one of these is $10.50. That's really not all that great, honestly. I think this phone could do a fair bit better. Now, yeah, I get it. This phone has a lock code, but yeah, I don't think that's really all that great. Then moving on to the S4. I gotta find it. No, I didn't want to go up to the top of my photos. So I was able to get a starting bid price of $13.50. That's really not all that great for an S4, especially considering that it is the T-Mobile version, and those are pretty rare. And then the average sale price I was able to get for this thing is $25. This could be a lot better. It really could. So yeah, I'm not impressed with this one. All right, so let's start with the Samsung Moment. So eBay gave me a pretty bad price for these. So the starting bid price was 99 cents. Yeah, that's really bad. And then they gave me a average sale price of $4.20. So yeah, this phone would have brought $4.20. That's really nice, eBay. Real nice. So yeah, this one was kind of a laughing stock of the prices overall. Then moving on to the other end of the spectrum, which is the S9. This phone was the highest out of the prices. It's honestly not that great for an S9, so it says it would bring an average bid price of around $64, which that's really not that great, honestly. I mean, I get that it's Verizon locked in, but that's really not all that great. And an average sale price of $113. That's not horrible, but it definitely could be a lot better, especially considering this phone. I bought this phone for $600 back in 2019. So, yeah, I think it could be quite a bit better. But then moving on to the Galaxy J3, this one was fine. So it gave me a starting bid price of $11.70. That's fine. Honestly, it could be a little bit better. But then it gave me a average sale price of $26.50. Fine, I guess. I think this phone was probably around $90 to $100 back in 2016. So I guess that's really not all that bad, but I think it could be a little bit better. Anyways, I put in the specifics of the other Razr, the Razr V3, and I actually found out that this phone is actually a slightly higher end model. So I think the base model had 5 megabytes of storage, where this one had 5.5. So it was able to bring a little bit more money. And if you're wondering, the magenta version of this phone was the one with all like the flowers and stuff on it. This one is the satin pink. So yeah, just keep that in mind if you're ever looking this up. But anyways, eBay quoted me a starting bid price of $10.80. That's fine. I think it could be a little bit better. But then an average sale price of $21.70. That's fine. But I think it could be a little bit better. So, yeah. Again, don't think it's horrible. I just think it could bring a little bit more money. Then moving on to the S6. So yeah, I put in the description that the charging port doesn't work, but eBay doesn't really read off the description. But the starting bid price was $22.40. That's fine. That's really not all that bad. And then the average sale price of $42. That's fine. I think it could be a little bit better. But yeah, like I said, I get that the charging port doesn't work. So, and it's a little scratched up, but yeah. And moving on to the Starcom, eBay had absolutely no idea what this thing is. But I looked up on online to see what people were asking for this thing, and I saw one on eBay that was like in box, but I'm pretty sure it was an open box for $9.95. That's not that great, but I think that's probably what I would sell mine for if I was actually selling. But of course I'm not selling. So yeah. And then moving on to the Razr M. This one really wasn't all that great. So its starting bid price was $7. Yeah, that's really not all that great. And then an average sale price of $19.90. Could be a fair bit better, but it's not horrible. And then moving on to the Maven, where was this at? Where was this one? So eBay gave me a starting price on this one of $12, starting bid price. Not that great. And then an average sale price of $26.90. That's fine. That's all right, but I really think it could be a fair bit better. And then moving on to the Sonata, yeah, eBay had no idea what this thing is somehow. But so I had to look it up online. I found someone that was selling this on Amazon for $64, which this phone is absolutely not worth at all. But because this phone originally was $30, so I'd say I'd probably list this phone for around 20 to 25. I think that's probably ideal, but I put it in the final total as $30. But yeah, and then moving on to the Droid Mini. So this one says it would bring $13.50 to the starting bid. That's fine. That's all right. But then an average sale price of $22. Meh. That's all right. But yeah, I think it could be a little bit better. But then finally, the Turbo. This one was actually a little bit disappointing. So it gave me a starting bid price of $11.90 and then a sale price of only $30, which, considering that I paid $70 for this phone refurbished, that's really not that good. I think this could be a lot better. I think I could get at least $50 for this, maybe even more, because this phone is really solid. So yeah, I don't think that's that great. All right, so moving on to the rest of the Blackberries, starting with the 9930. So I only priced it for one of them, but it said that for one of them it would bring $10.20 to the starting bid price, which that's fine. But if I was to adjust that for 15 of them, then we would be looking at $153. That's actually not that bad, to be honest. And then its average sale price would be $20, which that's fine. But if we were to adjust it for 15 of that, then we'd be getting about $300 for all of these. That's not that bad, to be real, honestly. And then moving on to the Curve 9370, this one was a little bit disappointing. So starting bid price was $5.60. That's really not all that great. And then its average sale price was $14.90. Could be a fair bit better. And then moving on to the Curve 8520, this one was actually not all that bad. So starting bid price of $13.90 and then an average sale price of $23.40. That's really not all that bad. I think it could be a little bit worse, but yeah. And then moving on to the 4 vintage phones, starting with the V60i. So this one was a little bit disappointing. So starting bid price was $5.70, which really isn't all that great. And then a average price of $13. That's honestly, I think I could be a fair bit better. The Energy was actually very disappointing. So starting bid price of $5.20. Really not that great. And then its average sale price was bad, $7.50. So the fact that the bid price really isn't that much less than the actual sale price, yeah, I wouldn't recommend selling these right now. And then the 2190E wasn't that great. I'm not sure if eBay actually really knew what this was. So starting bid price of $8, meh, not great. And then a average sale price of $16.90. I mean, I get that it's missing the antenna, but that's not really all that great. And then moving on to the 5165, starting bid of $17.50, which actually isn't all that bad, and then an average sale price of about $25. I guess that's not that bad, honestly. But yeah, I'm keeping these phones to restore. And then moving on to the rest of the basic phones, starting with the 306G. So this one got a starting bid price of $6.50. Not really all that great. And then a sale price of $12.90. Could be quite a bit better. But honestly, I don't know how actually if it would, because, you know, it's just a cheap track phone. So yeah. But then for the T105G, it wasn't actually that bad. I think it's about where it should be. So starting bid price of $7.40. That may sound pretty low, but I mean, this phone is so cheap, so I guess it's not that bad. And then an average sale price of $15. That's not that bad, actually. I think this is probably about where it should be. So yeah. And then moving on to the Cosmos 3, I didn't put that this phone was in poor condition, but it says a starting bid price of $7.40, which is pretty low, and then a average sale price of $20. $20 for this thing, I mean, I guess that's not that bad, but actually that really doesn't sound that bad for this thing, especially considering the condition that it's in. So yeah, I don't think it's that bad. And then moving on to the 418, yeah, this phone's pretty cheap, so I'm really not surprised that this doesn't do very well. Starting bid price of $6.90 is really not all that great, and an average sale price of $9.90. Yeah, that's definitely not very good. So yeah, I think this one could be a lot better. I want to interrupt me one more time. Then moving on to the 5300, I didn't adjust for two of them, but it says a starting bid price for this phone would be $35. Now, I'm not really sure if eBay knows what this phone is, because it took me a little bit of time to actually get this in a listing, but then if I adjusted it for both of these, then I could get $70 just in the starting bids. And for the average sale price, eBay says this could bring around $50 for one of them. So that means $100 for the two of these. Honestly, I don't think that's really all that bad. So yeah. And then moving on to the VX5500, starting bid price would be $5.80, which really isn't all that great. But if I adjusted for two of them, then we'd be looking at about $11.60. That's really not all that great. And then a average sale price of about $10, and then I'd be looking at $20 for both of them. That could be a fair bit better. So yeah, I mean, they are pretty cheap and pretty common. So, and then moving on to the Cosmos 2, this was actually a fair bit worse than the Cosmos 3, believe it or not. So its starting bid price was $7.60, which really isn't all that bad or all that great. And then a average sale price of $12.40. That's a fair bit worse than the Cosmos 3 would have brought. The Cosmos 3 would have brought $20, so I don't know why this is so much worse. And then moving on to my CE110, starting bid price of 99 cents. Yeah, that's not very good. And then an average sale price of $14.90. That's definitely not all that great, but, you know, I guess it kind of makes sense, so yeah. And then moving on to the W385, this one is really not all that great, although this phone is in like god-awful condition, so wow, that was great timing. So its starting bid price was $5.10, and its average sale price was $8.40, so definitely not all that great. I think this could be a little bit better, although I guess considering that the condition it's in, it kind of makes sense. Although I didn't even put in that specific. So, yeah, I don't really know. And I have to wait for you because your battery falls out every time you even pick this thing up. And then moving on to the intensity, these things are pretty common, so it's really not all that great. I think it's actually a little more than I bought this phone for, like almost 3 years ago. So the starting bid price for this phone was $8.20, and then its average sale price was $16.40. That's not all that great. I think it could be a fair bit better, but and then moving on to the Barrage, I think it's again a little more than I paid for this phone, but starting bid price of $8.10. That's not all that great, and then average sale price of $13.20. That's all right, but I think it could be quite a bit better. So, yeah. Moving on to the Freeform. Starting bid price of $6.80, and then an average sale price of $9.70. Yeah, I get it. It's a cheap track phone, but that's really not all that great. And then for the Accolade, eBay says a starting bid price of $8.20 and a average sale price of $12.90. And that could be a fair bit better. And then for the Vivaz, starting bid price of 99 cents. Nice. And then an average sale price of $11.70, which doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but I guess that's really not all that great for one of these. Could be a lot better. And finally, for all of them, the PM-A200. So eBay honestly had no idea what this phone was, so I had to go in and put the and just look it up online, and I found out that this phone, brand new, went at Sprint in 2004 for $280, which for this thing, really, $280 for this piece of shit? Ugh, Jesus. Or you could get it down to $130 with service, but but I saw one on eBay for about $28, so I guess that's how much I would, probably give it up to for. So I don't think that's really all that bad, but yeah, I don't know. So overall, in total, the bid prices would bring me about $605.87. Not all that bad, but then the actual list prices of these phones, including the ones that eBay had no idea what they were, would bring about $1,234.03, and that's only for a single unit of the phones I have multiple of. So the 9930s, the Arises, the 5500s, and the 5300s. So then I would guess I would be around $1,300 to $1,350. So actually no, with that 300 and the Bolds, that would probably bring me close to $1,500. So yeah, I guess that's not all that bad. So the camera's shaking. Okay, there we go. Anyways, the start of school for me just got pushed back by 2 weeks. So I was originally supposed to start August 25th. Now I don't start until September 8th, which is crazy. So yeah, that means I have an extra 2 weeks of summer, which I'll take it. So yeah. Alright, so there are just 5 days left until I do head to Florida, which is super exciting. So I gotta get a few things done. I still have not filmed my room tour video, so I have to do that right now. So we're gonna get that done real quick, and yeah. Alright, so there are just 4 days left until we do head down to Florida. I'm getting super freaking excited. But anyways, right today I actually have my last day of my current semester of film class, which is awesome. There's gonna be a little party. I'm probably not gonna vlog any, but I might. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah. It has been a year and a half since I've really done one of these, but we are going to be doing a multi-day battery test while I'm in Florida, just to see when we come back, how batteries are doing. Now with the Android phones, with most of them, I'll be able to check them. So I know the trophies of Windows phones, so that won't be able to be checked. But these older Android phones, like the Arises, I can't even type, so I can't even get those on my Google account. And then the moment won't show up. But actually, let me here, let me show you. All right, so I have all of the devices up here on Find My Device. So the Turbo is going to be the phone that's coming with me, the Android phone that's coming with me, along with my 10R. But you can see here we got the Trailblazer M, which will be right there. The Z Force, which unfortunately can't participate because it's all busted up. The Droid Mini, which I don't know why it doesn't show a image, but it's right there. The Photon, which is currently sitting right here, but it will be right next to the iPhone SE. The S4 right here. The Maven right over here. Of course, the Turbo, which is going to be on me. The J3 right here. The S6 right over there. The Sonata, or no, that's not the Sonata. Sonata right over there. The Radiant right here. The Phoenix right here. Rebel right here. And the S9 right here. See, I can't have it contact the Arises or I guess you can't have it contact any of the HTC phones, which kind of sucks, but I guess it's not that big of a deal. All right, so we are having like a crazy storm here right now. It's been going on for like the past hour. So yeah, but I got everything done that I needed to get done in this vlog, and I need to get this up by Saturday so I, can just vlog easily throughout the next week while I am in Florida. So that is going to wrap it up for this vlog. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash the thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button down below, follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, and I will go and catch you guys in the next one. Peace.